essentially what happened was this. Red Dwarf started in 88. It ran until about season 6, where they kind of rebooted itself. And the two people connected, Doug Naylor, who was it? Rob Naylor and Doug Grant, or Rob Grant and Doug Naylor. I think Rob Grant and Doug Naylor. So Rob Grant, Rob Grant just suddenly like quit on the 6th season, right? And he just left, and there was a weird falling out. And Doug Naylor said he really didn't have any idea what was going on, right? Am I saying the right? Is it getting the name right? Doug Naylor, Rob Grant, Doug Naylor. Fine, I'm glad I got that right. Okay. So then it ran for another few years. I think it ended at season 8, maybe 8 or 9, something like that. And it's really weird, by the way. The last episode, the one they transmitted, wasn't very good at all. But they had it was a replacement one. They filmed something else for that last episode, which is on the DVD and Blu-ray, which is so much better than the transmitted version. It's bizarre how much better it is. So then eventually went off, and then I think in 2010 it came back, but this time again it was only run by Doug Naylor, and they did the Red Dwarf Earth season, which wasn't very good. It wasn't in front of a live studio audience, and there was no laugh track. And you really missed it, right? That live studio audience for Red Dwarf is really, really important, right? Them interacting with the audience is really important. It gives you a kind of fun sense of intimacy. So anyway, then they finally got scrounged the budget up to make it's series 10, I think, Red Dwarf X, right? Which are generally speaking pretty good. A pretty strong 6 episodes. Then they did series 11 and 12. I think they shot those back to back. And again, the production values I thought were very good. The writing I thought, generally speaking, was top notch for these later seasons. So then they were looking at a new way of doing it, because it was like, look, everyone was getting older, and everybody's schedule, I mean, it was very hard to get everybody back together. So they had the idea of doing, 90-minute specials split into 3 30-minute episodes. And they did one, and it was successful, right? It was the one with the exploring the cat creatures, right? The cat society. And it was good, right? It was good. And the format actually really worked. A 3-part linked story really, really worked. And they were greenlit for another one. And we probably would have had, I would have say, two of those seasons a year, right? But that was in 2020. And they got hit with an injunction, I believe, with by Rob Grant. Rob Grant and the original producer, I can't remember his name, right? They got hit because, again, the legal stuff I didn't really understand, but I did a story at the time about it's going to crash Red Dwarf, right? And boy, the Red Dwarf fans, they were mad at me for that, right? It turned out to be 100% true. So anyway, about a year ago, maybe a bit less, they released something saying they've resolved their differences and they're going to go off in 2 different directions. You've got the Rob Grant one is going to do a prequel series with a young Lister, right? Recasting it, which sounds awful, right? And Doug Naylor was going to carry on doing what he was doing, right? And again, the way they were on UK TV seemed very open to it. So anyway, then about a week ago, the website opened back up. I'm like, oh, good news are coming. Maybe we're going to, and they've, I think, who was it? Robert Llewellyn confirmed they're going to be filming this year, right? So it seemed like all systems go, right? And then yesterday, I saw this, right? Yesterday, Doug Naylor did an AMA. What's an AMA? I don't know. On Reddit, primarily to promote Sinbad. That's his new book, I think. Sinbad Island. Sinbin Island. But you'll probably expect not least because it took place on the Red Dwarf subreddit. There was some heavily dwarf tinge to the conversation. Okay. Our community did a lovely job highlighting the interests of bits and pieces on the forum. There was one particular answer that does a lot more scrutiny on the topic of a new special, right? Back in 2023, I went for a meeting with UK TV, and they want to progress with a new 90-minute Red Dwarf special, like the last one, right? The cast are on board, and I was told to start writing. Several months later, things were progressing. I got 2/3 way through the script. I just signed my writer's contract. I would sign that first if I was you, but okay. And then I got an email from UK TV saying they had a difficult news to share. They were no longer planning this commission scripted comedy, including Red Dwarf special, which I hadn't yet sent them. So I got turned up and sent them. The script involved Lister going back in time to help his 23-year-old self escape from stasis, and he and a reluctant younger Lister would go on the run as Lister was trying to give his younger self a more fulfilled life. Meanwhile, Rimmer teams up with his younger self to hunt them down on behalf of the JMC. That sounds funny, right? That sounds funny. But look, here's the thing. They had a home that liked them, right? And then they weren't able to produce. They started doing another sci-fi show, which I think they did a season or two of maybe, but there wasn't Red Dwarf, right? It didn't really work for them. And they procrastinated until they lost the moment, right? So I'll be surprised if they, if they find another home. I think they very much moved on. So I guess the official era, the Dave era, is over. 2009 to 2020, we hardly knew. It was definitely. It doesn't definitely mean the Infrared Dwarf, but as a television program, other broadcasts are available, including one that currently has every single episode available on its service. What's that? Britbox, maybe? But the odds are more stacked against us than ever before. Not that this will be all be all and end all. Elsewhere, the AMA, Doug did seem keen on writing another dwarf novel, even although he revealed that he has at least 2 more Simbin Island books. What's up, Whitey? What do you want, darling? Are we going to get you some more food? Your food upstairs. Okay, 1 second. So again, it just seems like something that's done, right? That's over. And now, I think the Mirror. This is and look, honestly, I'm somewhat conflicted by it because I love Red Dwarf, but like Jenny John Jules is such an anti-Semite, right? Like so pro-Palestinian. I don't know. Tell you. Here, 1 second. I'll see if I can. I think I got some food down here, but the cat normally eats upstairs. 1 second. Not food for me, food for the cat. 1 second, Wiley. Let me see what I got. Pretty sure I got some more. You're trying to eat your way through and console yourself. There won't be any more Red Dwarf. You like that cat? No, the bowl is basically full here. You just want fresh stuff. Okay, here we go. 1 second. Yeah, lovely. Done. Fine. So if you really want to know, look in the mirror, right? That's always it. Okay. So now it's in the mirror. Comeback scrapped as... Oh, am I missing the top line? Legendary BBC sitcom Comeback scrapped as writer issues sad statement. Well, again, it was just like it's a weird way to announce it, but I guess that's the way you would announce it, right? And it is a shame because I think we could totally have had 21, 22, 20, at least 6 more of those 90-minute specials, right? And again, just gone because I think Rob Grant and whoever it was reading, right? And they wanted a piece of the pie that, frankly, I think Doug Naylor built up. Again, I don't know any of this as a fact, right? But it seems to me that Doug Naylor had really invested in this series throughout his life, right? He really invested in doing the Dave era, right? And they just missed a lot of TV as being the right time and right place. Right, and they just missed it. Right, they just missed the right time and right place. I think quite sadly. Anyway, with a Red Dwarf, yes, sayonara, baby. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.